Hello everybody and welcome to London, England. For the second week in a row, the Minnesota Vikings are overseas and from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, home of the Tottenham Hotspurs in the English Premier League. We bring today American football across the sea. Vikings looking for back-to-back wins in Europe as the Browns make their way overseas for the first time since 2017. Good to have you guys with me. The Vikings at 2-2, led by J.J. McCarthy, and the Browns with a very small margin, 1-3 victory. Field goal win over the Baltimore Ravens in that huge upset in Week 2. And other than that, flat-footed, especially last week, only putting up 3 points, never finding the end zone against the Detroit Lions. Browns trying to bounce back, though. They are the home team today. Hence, the dog check going on in the background. Cleveland without a lot of big-time stars now. Jordan Hicks retiring. Martin Emerson out for the season with an Achilles tear. But we're underway from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And as the International Series continues with a return for Jerome Ford up to the 27-yard line. I am late. I am behind schedule. I am all over the place. But it is good to have you guys joining me. SM, John Zeller, Silver Knight, everybody else joining me throughout. This will be our lone stream of the day. We'll have a doubleheader tomorrow. That is what I'm going to try to have scheduled up here. Time has just been not there for me as of late, not going to lie. Been very busy, but the show must go on. Joe Flacco begins from under center as the handoff goes to Jerome Ford and Drew Van Ginkel. And Blake Cashman, the first two there. Early dominance from this Viking defense as we meet the Browns offense for today. Joe Flacco at quarterback. Kenny Pickett, Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel as backups. Jerome Ford, Quinshon Judkins in the backfield. Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, Deontay Johnson, David Njoku, and Harold Fannin Jr. out of Bowling Green. Outside handoff goes to Ford. Got good blocking this time and a 13-yard first down. Browns able to turn the corner and move the chains for the first time in London. What up, Lion Merrick? What up, True Blue Ninja? Minnesota trying to get back over the 500 hump here with a victory. Took down another AFC North opponent, Pittsburgh, 24-21, with a late interception on Aaron Rodgers. Joe Flacco has all day to step up and still fires an incompletion. The Vikings secondary wide awake today. Their defensive line, though, might have left their sleep in the jet. We'll meet the Viking defense now, though. Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, Harrison Phillips, Taki Taimani on the defensive line. Jonathan Grenard, Ivan Pace Jr., Blake Cashman, Andrew Van Ginkel, Isaiah Rodgers, Mekhi Becton, Byron Murphy, Josh Metellus, and Harrison Smith make up the starting defense as Jerry Jeudy gets going with his opening catch of 11. What up, A-Rock? Pirates SummerSlam. You real for that. I can't lie. Did not even know that was tonight. Can't disregard that. But it's always an exciting event. It was in Cleveland last year, actually. One side and three receivers set as the handoff goes up the middle. Quinshon Judkins picks up a yard. And that will do the bare minimum up to the 50. Not very good, admittedly. Half the battle was, it's the reason we are so late today. Not just me, but it was a very busy day on the course. Saw a lot of people I knew, though, so made the experience all a lot better. Press coverage up top here as the Browns have the football at the midfield stripe. Four-man rush is coming. Flacco goes downfield. That's caught by Jeudy again. Jerry Jeudy going to have to step up big time this season. Shoes to fill. No more Amari Cooper, as he has Cedric Tillman and Deontay Johnson as his wide receivers 2 and 3. What up, Eagle? Browns, though, off to a good start here offensively. After a disappointing 3 points put up last week, Flacco steps left, and the old man is brought down. It's a 5-yard loss on the play as Bell gets there first. Blake Cashman in on the mix as well. He has been everywhere at every asking. What up, Bolt? Cheer for the Vikings today? Well, I guess that would be part of the pick 'em. I was going to say a Bears fan cheering for Minnesota. Split today, heavily one-sided, 33-4 in favor of the Vikings. So not a huge swing, win or loss for everybody today, so it seems. Jerome Ford checks back in, 2nd and 15. Pass goes up top, and it's incomplete. Tillman, the intended target, 3rd-round wide receiver out of Tennessee, could not come down with it. I don't even know who I chose for this one. Cannot lie. No ground to pick up. No, tomorrow's even worse. Tomorrow's 34-3. How about that? Cleveland faces a 3rd and 15 as the Vikings drop back into coverage. Flacco backpedals, sets, fires, outside passes caught, but well short is Quinshaw Judkins. Good tackle made there. As the former Minnesota Viking, Jordan Hicks, retired in between the last couple of Browns games, so he will not be a part of that defense today. Neither will Martin Emerson, as mentioned earlier, without 2 big pieces on the defensive end, as Bojorquez puts this out of bounds at the 10. And J.J. McCarthy begins his day. He was picked off last week by Deshaun Elliott. Had a pretty ugly day, but it all worked out in the end as they got the victory. What up, Sid? So are you? Only 4 today, my friend. Very rare case of Cleveland Browns. Minnesota begins with a jumbo package at their own 10. Justin Jefferson in motion. Fake jet sweep handoff goes to Aaron Jones. Got 1 good block there on Jerome Baker, but nothing more as we meet the Viking offense for today. J.J. McCarthy, QB1. Sam Howell now is back up. Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason in the backfield. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Jalen Naylor. The 3 J's at wide receiver, T.J. Hockenson and Josh Oliver at tight end. McCarthy back under center. Brown's going to bring some pressure here. Not going to get home. That's a 1st down or very close to it. 4.5 picked up there for Jalen Naylor. As we meet the Browns defense, a lot different looking now. Myles Garrett, Isaiah McGuire, Malik Collins, Mason Graham, the rookie, Devin Bush, Carson Sweshinger, and Jerome Baker at linebacker, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, and Cam Mitchell at the quarterback positions. Grant Delpit and Roddy Hickman at safety. Had to rework this a whole lot in the last couple of days. Devastating injury in training camp. Handoff goes to Jones, and he's not going to get there. The Browns make a stand. Devin Bush, the former Steeler, puts his foot in the ground, does a very nice job. And the City Pop, of course. Some good stuff. That is some good stuff. Puck coming up here for Ryan Wright as he will step into this one. Get it off with his right foot. Fair catch called for at the 41-yard line. And that will leave Joe Flacco with 4:40 to go in the opening quarter. What up, Chili? I missed that message, Bolt. Let me go back and read it. Oh, that's wild, man. Glad you're okay. Yeah, don't take life for granted. You never know. It can change in a split second, so glad you're safe, though. What up, Dark Drill 24? Cheering on Minnesota today, looking to pick up their 3rd win in 5 weeks. Flacco pointing out defenders as the Browns offense back to it here. From their own 41, Joe Flacco sets and goes deep, and a big hit from Harrison Smith. Deontay Johnson wanted a flag on the play. That's just textbook defense. What up, Flash Gordon? New official Madden 26 ratings. I have no idea if that is a matter of fact or not. But I'd hope so. Flacco went deep, didn't pay off that time. Quick pass inside, caught by Judy. Bare minimal yardage there. It is a gain of 3. Jeff Okudah makes his way to Minnesota. How do I feel about McCarthy? He'll be in the NFL this season. Got high hopes. I'm an Ohio State fan. Not really a fan. I guess it's my team, but I think he's systematic. We'll see if it works in Minnesota. Cleveland faces a 3rd and 7 from the 44. Flacco faces a 5-man rush, splits the seams, picks out Jerry Jeudy as he climbs over defenders up to the 31-yard line. Browns move the chains once again. This really is a team that, even as a fan, I don't have high expectations for whatsoever. But with a stout defense like they have, and an offense with a guy like Joe Flacco at quarterback, you can't overlook a team like this, especially when you're playing in London. Flacco off the play action. Again, sets his feet going. Deep pass is caught on the sideline. Cedric Tillman. And it's 1st and goal. Browns took last week's whooping to heart. First play of the game was an interception for Joe Flacco. And from there, it never got better. Terrible looking game from start to finish. Browns, though, win the race to the red zone. Looking to win the race to the end zone. Handoff goes to Judkins up the middle, and he's into the end zone. The Browns strike first in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Quinshad Judkins, the Buckeye, finds his way. Joe Flacco leads a terrific drive, couple of deep strikes, and his running back finishes it off. Browns are looking good. By the way, I did think about removing Judkins for today. It's certainly a possibility. I think for most of the players that I think will be suspended, but I'm not sure how long, I think 4 weeks is a pretty reasonable number for me to keep them out for. So week 5 is their return week, if you get what I'm throwing down. Extra point is up and good. Dustin Hopkins sweeps the leg and will put the Browns ahead 7-0. 5-play, 59-yard drive in 1 minute and 28 seconds. I'm willing to bet I probably picked the Browns this week just because I have no real incentive in this pick'em. Of course, my perfect pick'em already expired after one game this week. That's the way the cookie crumbles, though. Let me take a look and see who I have. No, I picked the Vikings today, so my own team's going to have me going 0-2. Santoriu celebrating his 2-month membership milestone. Scott getting away from the cop speed. Shout out Gus Johnson. Appreciate your support. Vikings on the return, and a pretty good one as well. Jerome Baker again had to make a key tackle at the 35-yard line. J.J. McCarthy beginning with good field position. 65 yards away from a tie game. 14 people in chat. Don't forget to drop a like down below if you have not yet already. Got a doubleheader coming up tomorrow night. It is the Ravens and Texans first in Baltimore. Then the Dolphins and Panthers, which is a 19-18 split. That game could not get closer if it tried. 3:07 to go now in the opening quarter. Vikings trying to draw leave, an outside pass caught by Jefferson. Mean stiff arm, and he's got a first down. Absolutely threw down Craig Newsome. Never stood a chance there. The cornerback out of Northwestern. Justin Jefferson gives him a taste of one of the best wide receivers' medicine on that occasion. Had to get off me indeed. McCarthy going to flip the play here. Off the bootleg, right side, he shouldn't have, as he's sacked by Devin Bush. And again, it's the former Steeler stepping up big. Devin Bush, unironically, is going to have to fill big shoes this year. You know, he was having a very good season until he tore his ACL against the Browns back in Week 6 in 2020. Fun fact of the day for you. 2nd and 21 now. McCarthy got 2 receivers left and right. Goes low to Jordan Addison. That's a good gain of 13, though. Makes it a very manageable 3rd and 8. There's Cam Mitchell. Another guy out of Northwestern, if I'm not mistaken. Who's going to have to play important football. If they want to get a stop here, especially. Browns are going to crowd the line of scrimmage on a 3rd down and 8. And the Vikings withstand the pressure. Aaron Jones helping out on Myles Garrett. Pass to the sideline, incomplete. Jalen Naylor had both hands on it. Cam Mitchell again, though. When you call upon his name to make a big play, he delivers. Browns get off the field once again. There you have it. Ryan Wright once again on for the punt. 2nd of the game here for Minnesota. Offense has looked off their key today. This punt, however, terrific, and a land inside the 5, down at the 1, a pin and a half. Ryan Wright pulls out the approach wedge and puts that one right at the 1. How about it? Didn't have to go out of bounds, just sat like an obedient dog. Wow. Gorgeous boot. Going to avoid Minnesota wide receivers. I'm thinking the same way for Seattle and Los Angeles, not going to lie. Flacco got to be careful here. Browns are back inside the 1-yard line and nearly got taken down inside the end zone. 4 picks up 5. But flying off the edge right there was Jonathan Allen. Try to turn this game around. Punt of the year has to be. No doubt about it. That was absolutely electric. Although looks like it might not mean a whole lot Browns line up in a jumbo formation once again. Jerry Jeudy is the lone wide receiver. Outside handoff goes to Ford, and he'll get the first down. 6th round pick out of Cincinnati. Former Bearcat able to move the chains. His role was supposed to be a lot bigger. Showed lackluster production last year after a really good fill-in year for the injured Nick Chubb in 2023. Didn't pan out for him, though. Yards per carry toward the bottom of the National Football League. But he's being fed the rock here, and Andrew Van Ginkel says enough of that. Former Dolphin takes him down for a 3-yard loss. Browns right back inside their own 10. And that should take us to the end of the first quarter. Vikings trying to get above 500. Browns trying to get back in the win column. It's Minnesota 0, Cleveland 7 from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England. Buying Rashid Shaheed stock this year? I buy it too. Ford going to lose a couple there. First play of the second quarter. Flacco got to be careful and nearly took a safety. Got hit in the end zone again. It looks like Van Ginkel could be wrong. And it was, though, the former Dolphin. One more time makes his impact felt. Negative expectations for the Saints. I do too, but certain players I have high expectations for. Browns are fortunate to even see a 3rd down on this possession. As Flacco again backpedals to the end zone. Barely got it away once again. Van Ginkel with a TFL and 2 QB hits on that drive. And he stalls it short. So the Ryan Wright punt might not have put immediate points on the board, but it's looking good. Although the biggest boot in football, Corey Bojorquez on. The lefty trying to put his entire body through this one. From the end zone, gets it off. This is a high arcing kick. Pretty good one as well. Returnable from the 43 up to the 47 for Jalen Naylor. McCarthy will take over. Best starting field position of the day for either team. 9:42 left to go in the second. Let me know, is anybody in chat today rooting for the Browns via their pick'em? I have to ask, because I thought I was one of them. I was not, though. Let me actually pull up the list. The mock draft guy, King Chevalier, Lila, and Sonic are the only 4 this week. Seems very one-sided fan base-wise, though. Vikings did play here last week as well. That'll help them out there. TJ Hawkinson behind the line. Here's the double pass, and the Browns were ready that time. Familiar with the formation. Oh, they tried it one more time. Can't forget the Week 1 TD they scored against Chicago. In the Week 3 touchdown the Bengals scored against them. That looked identical. What up, Exo? Bad loves the Browns. Not last week. Double pass does not work out quite as good as it did in Week 1. 2nd and 10, handoff to Aaron Jones up top. Grant Delpit drags them down at the midfield stripe. What up, Noah Heron? Who do you think will be Cleveland's 1 this year? If you're talking about quarterback, my guess is as good as yours. Gabriel's looked terrible the last few days, but great before that, so who knows? What up, Border Worlds? I don't know if we'll find our guy this year, not going to lie. Browns again trying to force a 3 and out. 4 on the line of scrimmage. They rush the 5th off the edge as McCarthy goes downfield. Nearly picked off. And when you pressure an essential rookie, good things don't tend to happen. Browns able to show that there as Cam Mitchell came flying off the edge. Myles Garrett, of course, always going to be hard to guard. What up, Leon Trey? Was Jerome Baker. Stepping up for the punt, Ryan Wright. Once again, this one not nearly as good as his previous, out at the 21-yard line. And Flacco back to it. What up, Two Cheese? Everybody showing up here for the second quarter before the Vikings have even scored today. How about that? Browns' first overall pick. I don't know about first overall. We'll see. I have a lot of teams tying at 4 and 13, so if strength of schedule helps us out, hey, I'll take the first overall pick. Why not? No targets yet for David Njoku. Got a whole lot of love in their win a couple of weeks ago. Big tackle for a big fella. Jonathan Allen with a 2-yard TFL. I didn't take Addison again, yeah. I mean, even Jefferson only has the 1 catch, I'm pretty sure. Again, maybe it's wise to stay away from the Minnesota wide receivers, for all you can know. Weak side formation here. Quinshaw Judkins back in the ball game. Flacco gonna backpedal, check it down. This time it is Njoku as he waltzes his way for a first down. That is a 13-yard gain. Browns able to move the chains. Think Brown should trade for a running back with the departure of Nick Chubb? I don't know. We'll see. 3 tight ends set here for the Browns as the handoff goes inside. This is Jerome Ford. That is his 3rd carry of 5 yards in this game alone. Josh Metellus there with the tackle. Not going to lie, Vikings' only weakness is their secondary. They're okay back there, but I would agree. Keenan Allen getting signed before Cooper's crazy to me. Me too. His asking price is probably a lot more, though. What up, Doja Ty? Ford picks up. Gonna get going. A big burst across the 50. As he goes down, holding his lower back. And right back into the ballgame will return Jerome Ford. That was a terrific carry. Awkward landing, though. Obviously didn't like that. Felt some discomfort in his lower back. Yeah, what is going on with Micah Parsons, man? Trade holdouts like Hendrickson and Parsons, though, I guess Hendrickson I'll probably put back in for the Bengals after the recent lose. But yeah, I'm pulling Parsons. Browns trying to double up on their lead now as Jerome Ford makes a mean stiff arm. And what a hit from Harrison Smith. Biggest hit of the year candidate right there as he brings the boom for a loss of 4. Parsons to the Bills. Hear me out. Parsons to Tampa Bay. Imagine him on that defensive line. Yuck. Number 15 again from the empty. Delayed blitz coming. Outside pass secured. Jerome Ford gains 3 yards back from his loss. Micah going to get signed, you think, by Dallas? I don't know. Star player holdouts, they want their money, man. They're worth more than they think they're worth more. That's the problem, though. You can't put a price on somebody's opinion. I don't know. Browns are back across the 50. After that 3-yard check down, 3rd and 11. Flacco steps right, fires down the center. It's Jerry Jeudy across the 30. That's a 21-yard pickup. Browns are in business once again. Fun fact, I have seen Jerry Jones in person. In his NFL Hall of Fame gold jacket. True story. Looking like a run here again for Jerome Ford. Left side, a hole opens up as he tries to spin free. He'll pick up 7. One of his better carries of the afternoon. And the morning on the East Coast, a very, very early start. If you are watching this game from the Pacific time zone, 6:30 a.m. kickoff. That's a bit premature even for a guy like me. Ford picks up another 7. Browns are knocking on the doorstep once again. Good block there as Njoku breaks a tackle. 1st and goal, Cleveland. Think this is Flacco's last dance? I do. I really do. I don't. This is going to sound very wrong. I think he's going to get hurt this year. A backup's going to come in, play pretty good, and that's it. I don't know. No extra help on the line here for the Browns offensive line. Judkins on the pinball left side runs right into a defender. And again, there's an injury. It is a Judkins again. No, this time it's Ivan Pace Jr., the guy who made the tackle. Injuries galore overseas. What up, Trex? I'm just saying, imagine Vita Vea, Kalijah Kancey, and Micah Parsons on the same team. With that Buccaneer offense, that's a scary team, man. I don't know. He seems a lot more unhappy than Myles Garrett did, to be fair. Judkins comes back from injury and loses 6 immediately. Flacco out in space, caught by Njoku, and the Browns have a 2-touchdown lead. How about this? Whoa. And another monster upset could be brewing in London, England. David Njoku pulls free. Browns pitching the shutout still. Hey now. Hey now. See, I think the difference in Myles Garrett, though, is just the way that he worded it. He said he wanted to win, right? Micah Parsons genuinely just hates the Cowboys organization. Like, I don't know. Their paths might be ending soon. Extra point is up and good for Dustin Hopkins. 11-play, 80-yard drive in just over 4 minutes. It's going to be a wild pick'em week, of course. Absolutely. Would you want it any other way? I can't believe tomorrow's pick'em, by the way, is 34-3. Both teams have one win all season. Dare I say the Ravens have actually looked really bad. Both of these teams were in the divisional round last year, too. It's not like Houston's the 1-3, Tennessee Titans, who are actually 2-2 right now, believe that or not. And they're putting up a contested fight in the AFC South. 2-2 Jaguars, 3-1 Colts. That is a competitive division if I've ever seen one. Going to be a battle to the very end down south. As the return out to the 27, Minnesota needs a J.J. McCarthy touchdown drive now more than ever. What do we got coming up in the preseason here? I know we have football on, I want to say Thursday night, because I think the Browns play on a Friday. And it would be, yes, Thursday night. Colts, Ravens, Bengals, Eagles. Second half of the second quarter. Handoff goes to Aaron Jones. Spins free of one tackle and a hard-earned gain of 12. Nice carry there from the former Green Bay Packer. Been here the last couple of years in Minnesota. Raiders and Seahawks also play on that Thursday night, August the 7th. So maybe some Ashton Jency, if one could ask. See if Justin Jefferson will get going. Just the one catch for number 18 thus far today as McCarthy puts arrow to this one downfield, and it's knocked away by Ronnie Hickman. Ohio State Buckeye remains in the Buckeye State. He makes a big play there. Micah guaranteed he's getting a contract by telling Jerry to let him leave if he can't pay. That's true. That's a good point. McCarthy's deep shot lines up in the dirt. Myles Garrett gets home, but late Hawkinson catches that one, and it goes for no gain. Vikings again have a 3rd and long. Terry to the Browns? Nah. I don't think so. Pittsburgh reached out. They were interested. I'm hearing that's not going to happen, though, from insider reports. We'll see. See if Myles Garrett will get going here. Very little screaming from him as he's left one-on-one. How long is that going to last as McCarthy steps up and does it himself? 11-yard pickup for the Michigan Wolverine. All this talk about Buckeyes, and we can't forget the quarterback that took them down alongside Aiden Hutchinson in the year they won the national title. One heck of a game there. Took down Michael Penix. Both quarterbacks from that game now trying to do their best in the National Football League. Aaron Jones one more time. Looking for an open slot. 4-yard pickup. Grant Delpit makes the tackle. Vikings were out at the pub late last night. They had to have been. No doubt there. Must hate George Pickens. His personality is so toxic, man. I kind of get it. Not going to lie. Once again, all eyes on Myles Garrett. One-on-one. McCarthy goes up top. Caught by Hawkinson. Sat down by Delpit again. Unfortunate rookie year for this guy, as he had a season-ending injury before it even started. Safety out of LSU. Not to say he's lived up to expectations. He's kind of more of an Evan Mobley. Got to give him some time to grow and develop as a player. Right before the 2-minute warning, though, Browns defense trying to make one more stop. On a 3rd and 3, not going to happen. Jalen Naylor has the first down catch. Vikings finally in a position to score the football. At the 2-minute warning, it's the Browns 14, the Vikings 0. And we got some football left to be played here. Minnesota into a scoring position. High snap collected by McCarthy down low. Drive has been going a lot smoother when this man is involved. T.J. Hawkinson with another catch. Was with the Lions for a long time in his NFL career. You'd be surprised how many NFC North players end up on teams around the division. Doesn't happen a lot in any other division, I feel like. McCarthy going to move with a couple extra steps of pace here as he drops back and fires downfield to an open Jalen Naylor, out of bounds inside the 10. Vikings threatening more than just the field goal. Newsome arrives late to the party. 26 people in here, by the way. Like the video. Shooting for 15 for a London game. Vikings finally threatening inside the 10. Pass goes inside, caught by Addison as he's thrown backwards by Diabate. Carson Schweschiger in there as well, the linebacker taken in round number 2 out of the University of California, Los Angeles. Inside now, the final minute. There's the Kenny Pickett sighting. Fullback C.J. Ham checks in on a 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. Handoff goes up the middle to Aaron Jones and Malik Collins all over it. He and Carson Schweschiger make the initial play at the line. Gonna get clowned by 4 people? It's looking like it. Myself included. Clowned by my own team is crazy. Anybody like the NFL rivalry uniforms? I haven't really seen them in that much detail. Can't lie. Not at all. Oh. Sick. Well, my console's only gone and done it again. I say my console as if it's actually the console's fault, but... Oh, we're back. Wow, I'm shocked. 3rd and goal here for McCarthy. Brown's going to rush 5. Not going to be enough. Hanging on through the hit. It's Jordan Addison. That's a touchdown. And the game freezes one more time. There it goes. Vikings are into the end zone. How about that? It only took many extra frames. That's cool. Vikings find 6 there. McCarthy goes inside to his wide receiver 2, who hangs on through a Denzel Ward hit. Not going to lie, I might only be able to post the replay for the highlights. I'm assuming a lot of my clip just got demolished there. I want to make sure it's even still. No, it's... the gameplay's no longer even saving. That's terrific. Well, I am going to have to go back as the extra point is up and good. And, jeez. That's a pain. I guess I'll save what I can. Would love to see when the stream crashed, or when the clip crashed at least. What up, King Chevalier? There's one of the Browns pick'em happers. Trex, you got the Vikings today. Vikings onto the board. Chaos in London. Did you guys forget what happens when we step foot in this city? Surely not, right? Surely you remember. When did the stream crash? Oh, like pretty close to... Yeah, that's cool. Browns will have the kickoff, though. And a return taken from inside the 5 as they get up across to the 28-yard line. Let me see if I can actually clip anything now. Nope, it is permanently frozen. Okay, cool, so I can't even clip the rest of this. So I got about the entire first half. The rest of it's going to have terrible audio. I don't even have the thumbnails edited for the next 3 videos coming out yet. I'm busy today. I'm going straight to a buddy's house, straight from there to work tomorrow. Straight from work to streaming a doubleheader. Could life get any busier? London calling. London Bridge is falling down. London Stream's falling down too. 37 seconds. Can the Browns find some points here? As Flacco goes up top to the rookie Harold Fedden. First catch of the day for the Bowling Green State Falcon. Yeah, it seems about likely for a stream to do something like that. At least the stream VOD is in good shape. I think at least. Obviously that Jordan Addison touchdown broke like crazy. It is what it is though. Browns take their first time out right across the 30. Flacco, flat-footed, backpedals pocket, crumbling around him as he barely got rid of that one. Not sure how that's not a fumble, if we're being honest. The London Jets game, and guess who was playing the Jets that game? The Minnesota Vikings, ladies and gentlemen. We have found our culprit. I think we have narrowed it down to Carmen Sandiego style. We might have it. A stop here. The Vikings could potentially get the football back if they wanted to. Flacco taken down. Van Ginkel finally gets home. Loss of 8. Minnesota will take over, maintaining their final timeout as well. Yeah, it is always a treat in London. Which is funny because last week the game in Dublin I got nervous for, but no, it's because it's in Dublin. It was fine. That was all good. Corey Bajorquez steps into this one. Boots it away. Return taken from the 31-yard line outside to the 42. And actually, in all honesty, I might stop making highlight videos for weeks 5 and 6. I'm heavily considering that for week 6 at least, but might do week 5 as well. We'll see how the next couple of highlight videos go for week 4. Might make that week 5 Thursday night game members only, or at least start it out there. One deep ball away here from a field goal attempt right before halftime. McCarthy looking for that, hit hard. Grant Delpit, Jordan Addison paid the price. What a hit. Had to have knocked the wind out of him. Sets up second and 10. Oh, the Minnesota Console Killers. Incompletion leaves 12 seconds on the board. McCarthy again will check it down. This time it's hauled in by Aaron Jones. And from here would be a stream record, actually. 62-yard field goal. London wants to see some kicking. Give the folks what they came here to see. The world wants it. See if we even get the shot. And they will. How about this? Will Reichert is on for a 62-yard field goal just before halftime. It is on the way, and it is short. No good. You got to give him respect, though. 1 second left on the clock, by the way. Does Dustin Hopkins want to turn around and try a 66-yarder? I wonder. Double doink in London? I don't think I do. Honestly, was not very conscious for a lot of those games. Not going to lie. 1 second remains, actually, here in the second quarter. So Joe Flacco going to heave this one up and say a prayer, hoping a wide receiver can come down with it in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete as we have reached halftime. Browns take a 7-point lead into the break. Vikings, though, get the ball to begin half number 2. Going to get the live pull out to you guys here. It is available. You got the Vikings down 7, or the Browns ahead without the football. Get your votes in now. Saints-Vikings was at the farmer's market for that game. Tie is certainly a possibility. There was a London tie once, I think. It was the Redskins and Bengals? That game might not have actually been in London. I could be wrong. Second half is underway, though. Return taken from the 6-yard line as the tackle made at the 28. 9:57 to go here in the third quarter. Niners-Rams game last week. It feels like it was a week ago. When did I stream that game? Thursday? I've really gotten 2 streams in 6 days. That is my apologies. Life's been busy, man. What can I say? The older you get, the less time you feel like you have. Which is why I'm glad you guys can be here when I am able to stream. Brown's going to set 4 on the line of scrimmage here to kick off the second half. J.J. McCarthy going to look deep downfield. Had a man open, and he overshot Addison. Cannot forget the 200-yard first half he had against the Falcons in a game they still couldn't even win. It is already August. Crazy. I go back to school in exactly 3 weeks. Wow. That sucks. Press coverage up top. Denzel Ward and Justin Jefferson. This pass, though, goes down low. It's Jordan Addison, and that actually is Denzel Ward. Hard to tell who was up top there. Didn't look like Craig Newsom. Could have been, though. School in 11 days. Eek. Last year, senior year, is the most fiery year of school. College, high school, whatever. It's number 1. Minnesota offense starting to find a rhythm here in week number 5. Up top, pass hauled in, coming back for it. Jordan Addison again. The lone touchdown score as well as the guy who has done everything else on this possession. So happy to be done with school. Hey, man, I opted to continue that trend, I suppose. Shout out University. Brown's going to put 2 linebackers in the box this time. as McCarthy steps right, checks it down, big hit, Grant Zelpit. He has been playing down low in the box a lot today, and the Browns are happy with what they have seen defensively. Jim Schwartz had the best defense in football, yards-wise, back in 2023. A lot of injuries kind of set them back a year later, though. Got to get back to form if possible. 4-yard loss on the swing pass to Aaron Jones as J.J. McCarthy checks it down to the former Packer. Hangs onto the football. Still no turnovers yet in this one. Just finished 8th grade with a Found the Channel. Sounds about likely. I'm going to see, actually. I didn't mean to completely pause that. I want to see if that might have fixed the clipping issue for me. No. Nope. Game is just broken. That's unfortunate. Might just be the old guy here. I don't know. 2 kids, though, will be re-going through school with them eventually. There you go. I'm sure it's just as fun the second time around. All right, well, thought I broke the game there. We're good to go. McCarthy going to line up from the empty. 2 receivers left and 3 to his right. As Myles Garrett's coming home, not going to get there in time. It's 4th and 1, though. Naylor could not turn around fast enough. Jerome Baker meets him at the 37-yard line. If everything goes according to plan, I should have 2 years of college left, and that's it. One could hope. Offense is going to stay on the field here for Minnesota. On a 4th and 1, I formation, hand off to C.J. Ham, the fullback, as he dives forward and converts. And the drive remains on go. Thing of beauty. 35, all right. The eggs off age analysis will never fail. One of the longest running jokes on the channel. Can't lie. Big conversion there for the big fella as Aaron Jones tries to lower the shoulder. Never going to win the leverage battle against a veteran linebacker in Jerome Baker. Him got to be the best fullback name? Yeah, I think so. Trying to think who else, like, fullback-wise that I can think of. Yeah, I think Ham has to be number 1. 4 minutes gone by here in the opening quarter. Now that number 2 was Aaron Jones, finds another 5 yards up to the 25. So a couple more conversions and a touchdown here would really make this game quite a bit interesting. I can see it happening. Sure possibility. This time it is Greg Newsome on Justin Jefferson. Assigned with a very important task again, though. Naylor sits down in coverage and picks up a dozen. Browns are just falling asleep on these underneath routes. Too easy. Got to get 48 videos ready? Nah. Let's be honest. Probably don't got to do all that. At the midway point of the third quarter, Minnesota try to tie the game. Inside pass caught by Addison. And that will be a pickup of 8. Chili with the 1 gifted membership. And it goes to Dark Trell. Welcome to the members family. Appreciate it, Chili. Eight-yard pickup there for Minnesota as they are right back to the I formation. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. McCarthy sets and fires. That's a touchdown. And it's number 2 for number 3. Minnesota comes clawing back. The Vikings are an extra point away from a tie game at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Greg Newsome late to the party again. Did you do a random? That's cool. I wonder if it only does people in chat or if it's any subscriber on my channel. I think it's any sub on my channel. I've been gifted memberships in the past on other channels. So that's cool. Love to see it. Extra point coming up here for Will Reichert. It is up and it is good. First game of week 5. This is number 2. Niners took down the Rams 21-18 on Thursday Night Football. We'll have a doubleheader tomorrow coming up between the Texans and Ravens and the Dolphins and Panthers. Miami's still the only winless team And our only unbeaten teams right now are the 4-0 Bills and 4-0 Eagles. Just as one might expect. That is now our 14th all-time member, by the way. You'll love to see it. A good start to August on the channel, some might say. Browns, though, have got to find a way to get their offense back into rhythm, as this return only gets out to the 29-yard line. Flacco try to find the end zone. Can he? First membership of August 2025. Also going to put that in my YouTube gifters. That is only the second time I've ever been gifted a membership. So shout out Chili. Brown's going to hand off outside to Jerome Ford. Worked very well in the opening half. Not so much here in the third quarter. Javon Hargrave that time with the tackle. Tyfelt Lover is here. He absolutely had to be for the Vikings game. Yeah, you just sensed that was coming. Flacco on a 2nd and 10. Jerome Ford to his left. Handoff goes inside to the former Bearcat. And he will rummage through the piling there to pick up 2. John Zeller with a 19.99. Appreciate it, fan. I know exactly what you're testing out right now. And we'll see if it works out. Let me take a gander. I will update it. Well, it's some of Mr. Beast. Thanks for the 199. Flacco from the empty. Very important 3rd and 8 here for momentum as he goes to the near sideline. And it's caught by Deontay Johnson. And the Browns will move the chains again. Well, now I got to do a lot of math. Things that might prove to be risky on this channel. Mathematics. All right, let me get the new total out here. And see, I don't know if Mr. Beast is in chat today. Browns able to keep their drive heading in the westward direction here as Flacco sets and fires again. Njoku picks up 10. 2nd down and inches. All right, let me update the top donor list as we get to 22 there. Yeah, you got them by $1.61 back on top. 2nd down, inches. Handoff goes to Ford. Barely enough, but he's got it. I will try to update that in the Discord as soon as possible. I gotta find the channel name, actually. Where did it go? Was it not in general? Where'd it go? Ticking down now to around 2 minutes as Flacco from the NFL logo here overseas has all day to fire an incompletion. Ty Felton touchdown. Doesn't matter if the Browns are on offense. Real. Oh, there it is. Dono list. Okay. Yeah, let me get this updated. I don't know if he's going to be stalking the dono list, though, to be fair. But regardless, appreciate the generosity. Final 2 minutes of an action-packed third quarter. It has been all Minnesota all second half. Outside pass caught by Johnson. Nice little 6-yard pickup there. What up, XSM? You have the Vikings today. As only 4 people have the Browns, and myself is excluded. Get Spidey Sins come in with another 2 stacks. We'll see. We will see. Once again, a crucial 3rd and medium. Vikings going to send some extra pressure as Flacco fires downfield, picks out the open Njoku, breaks 1 tackle, and drags Vikings down for a 24-yard gain. Browns again find a way. Joe Flacco with a redemption game, over 200 yards passing. Not even the 4th quarter yet. You love to see it. Judkins going to remain the tailback here on 1st and 10. RPO left side, caught by Chief Njoku. That one picks up 2. What's the live poll looking like here? 73% Minnesota, only 11 votes, but there are 27 people in chat. Let's get that evened out, as well as the likes. Don't forget to spam like on the stream. Jerry Jeudy now one-on-one up top Can't forget the game he had last year against Denver. Handoff goes to Ford, no gainer. Blake Cashman there to meet him at the 8-yard line. And Chile with the 5 gifted memberships. I guess that is proven. Oh, look at that. Dojin Tai. You love to see it. Appreciate it, man. I guess you did. Could be our final play of the third quarter. Vikings only going to rush 4. That is a throwaway from Joe Flacco. Shout out Chili, man. I appreciate you, man. Eddie got one. There you go. Double down on the membership. I'll have to take a picture and add that in a little bit. That does not count towards the donos, I have to reiterate. 25-yard chip shot for Hopkins is up and good. I really should have made sense of that, actually. Let me see if I'll put TBR on here. No, I really hate to, that sucks. Yeah, that's super chat only. I know memberships have, you know what? Memberships does have its own channel. You're number 1 in gifted memberships. A lot of fantasy math? Yeah, so it seems. This is getting chaotic. But yeah, Chili, you were the number 1 gifted memberships guy now. And number 3 in the all-time dono list. Vikings trail once again as they will get this return out to the 26-yard line. Awaiting a big drive. After the end of the third quarter, it's the Vikings 14, the Browns 17. 10 minutes left to go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And here we go. Fourth quarter underway with a bang. Jerome Baker with a tackle for loss. Is this pay to win fantasy? It is not. Hey, shout out Chili, man. Chili, you're a real one. Wow. 2nd and 11. Handoff goes right back inside to Jones, and this time it's Cam Mitchell. What a hit. 3-yard loss, says Minnesota, going backwards. You just got to wonder what is going on right now with this offense. Browns defense has been terrific, but an offense like Minnesota has been quite stagnant. The screen pass is blown up too. Addison Baum, I don't know. Not this drive, so it seems 30 people in chat, by the way. That's a lot. Punt here for Ryan Wright. Steps through this one. Boots it downfield as the return taken from the 30 up to the 35-yard line for DeAndre Carter. That is the former LA Charger on that occasion. Yeah, I don't even see a membership thing on my end. I wonder if I probably can't even see that. That does make sense. 1,000 likes and free membership gifts. That's a deal I'm willing to make. Why not? Browns trying to hang on to the football for as long as possible here in the fourth quarter. Good blocking for Jerome Ford as he finds 7 yards. This is a pretty low-key good game. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. Do you guys Mike, Will, or Sam it? I wonder. Ty Felton most likely be rotational piece in special teams. Hey, this guy loves him, though. 7-yard pickup for Ford. Handoff goes right back to him, and a hole opens up across the 50. Browns again will convert. Woof. This offense is actually looking pretty good. I can't lie, but again, you can't talk enough about the defense. They have looked really good in pieces and parts this season. Had a very good second half last week in Detroit as well. As Flacco sets downfield, Quinshot Judkins breaks free as he's inside the 10. What a block downfield. Harrison Smith almost got sealed off completely. And this game getting very dangerous. He was left unmanned, wide open. That's wild. Sexy Dexy touchdown. I need to see something like that, can't lie. What does Kevin Stefanski have drawn up on 1st and goal? Flacco goes back corner and hits a fan square in the head in the first row. Poor guy never saw it coming. I got to check one more time to see if I can even clip it. No, I cannot. Things you hate to see for 500, Alex. That sucks. Browns again going to go 3-side and set. All signs point toward a handoff to Jerome Ford, and all the signs were read by Jonathan Allen. No gain on the play. Browns face the 3rd and goal. Probably a game-deciding play. All the eggs in the McCarthy basket. Got the jersey. Okay. A lot of love for him. I respect it. 3rd down and goal. The Browns are a half dozen yards away from a potential game-sealing touchdown. Flacco going to step up, fire, back end zone, incomplete. Never stood a chance. Old man could have stepped up and took off there, not going to lie. Why don't I see the option to become a member? I actually don't know. It's very hit or miss. If you do click on my channel, though, Hopkins going to attempt a 23-yard chip shot here. Trying to put the Browns up by 6. It is up and through. Let me take a look. I, for one, cannot see it. So, let me actually open another tab. Go to Safari real quick. See if I can go to YouTube from a different account, potentially. Yeah, there we go. And then I'll type in MSG Productions. And yeah, if you're on PC, there should be a join button. I know that. I'm not 100% sure, though, on the rest. Vikings on the return from the 5-yard line. Out to the 25 they go. And so J.J. McCarthy will step back out looking for a game-winning touchdown drive. Got to open chat back up here. Oh, that close completely out of stream? I didn't think it would. Whoops-a-daisy. Yeah, we're back, though. No worries. On iPhone, yeah, I don't think you're able to see them on mobile. 6:39 to go. J.J. McCarthy looking for another game-winning touchdown drive for this Minnesota offense. Begins with a check down caught by Addison. Early 1st down converted. Shelley's first ever with a wrench and a star. True. He was a member, actually, not too long ago. Actually, I want to say it was probably 2 years ago. So maybe it was long ago. He did have a 1-month membership, though. C.J. Ham, the fullback, remains a key piece to this offense. Can't forget the 4th down he converted earlier as he's moving bodies. Aaron Jones still going. High stepping his way for a 9-yard pickup. And that play right there will make the highlight reel. I cannot exclude it. What a play. How about that? Second down and a yard from the midfield stripe. Handoff goes right back to Aaron Jones, and what a hit from Myles Garrett, but he does convert. Maybe that a little bit more importantly. Even still, what a hit. Wow. New set of downs here for Minnesota. At the 5-minute mark, they are running the football like it is their duty. That's a 4-yard gain. Only player in a fantasy league I should feel, but yeah, I mean, ugh. Not looking good for him here. Where's Jordan Mason on the short yard downs? Madden's terrible at player rotations. I'm hearing that gets fixed, though, in 26 in less than a week. Precious seconds still coming off the clock here for the Minnesota Vikings. Outside handoff to Aaron Jones. That's a pickup of a pair. That's a good question, True Blue Ninja. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Not from personal experience. Not even a little bit. Definite 4-down territory, it seems like, from here. McCarthy, though, dropping back deep, steps up, avoids Myles Garrett, and has to throw an incompletion. had no other choice. Rather disappointing. Are you only able to gift memberships if you are a member? I actually don't know that. And the Vikings will look to punt the football here, putting full trust in Ryan Wright and their defenses. This one out of bounds at the 13. Could have been much worse. First Madden 26 stream is August the 7th. It'll be the Broncos and the Eagles. Two action-packed offenses as Bo Nix leads the 3-1 Broncos into a 4-0 Philadelphia Eagles setting. Obviously, neither of those teams have played. Well, I guess that would be the Week 5 game. So that is probably our game of the week, and I'm glad it's our kickoff game for the next Madden. Yeah, I don't see the option to gift memberships, though. I don't know. Brown's going to try to run out the clock here, or as Joe Flacco would like it, throw out the clock as he steps into a deep ball downfield. There goes David Njoku, and that might be the dagger. What a ball from Old Man Joe. The wheels haven't fallen off just yet. 40 years of age. Some might say it's just a number. What a toss, holy cow. Field goal puts the Browns ahead by 2 scores. Flacco again says no caution to the wind. That's a 9-yard pickup. He's over 300 yards passing. He did, in fact, catch that. Can't believe it. Wow. Quick token of appreciation, though. Everybody that donated a gift to memberships, really Jillian John Zeller, and everybody else that tuned in and liked the video. Much appreciated, guys. You all are real ones. Browns up to the 25 as the jet sweep is fake there. Handoff goes to Ford. Another first down for Cleveland. Ford is over 50 yards rushing. This Browns offense has turned a new leaf. I guess they're playing better football away from the continental United States. Who knows? Games of fear this season for the Vikings? It could be. Play clock is winding down here. One more snap before the 2-minute warning. Handoff goes inside to the Buckeye. Chutkin stays upright for now. Doesn't last long. Josh Metellus there for. Yeah, no retro president in chat today, I'm pretty sure. That's cool, though. Chile received a membership from Chile. Love that. Matthew C. CMDR was here not too long ago. And obviously, love to see Dojin Tai getting the membership. They will be very surprised to come back to that. Very ecstatic. So, things you love to see for 500, Alex. One first down away after the 2-minute warning from this game being nearly over. For now, though, Minnesota does their job to make the initial stop. A strip of anybody here would be absolutely monumental. Well, it happened, though. 75% of votes are in favor of the Vikings. And again, just not looking good for them. Not going to lie to you. That sets up a 3rd and 10. Vikings down to 2 timeouts as the handoff goes back inside to Ford, and he'll lose another. Byron Murphy with the tackle. Dustin Hopkins is on for a very important 38-yard attempt. To think the stream almost completely crashed, too. What almost wasn't, and what ended up being. Here we go. Biggest kick of the game for Dustin Hopkins, a 38-yarder to put the Browns ahead by 9. It's up and good. And that could just be it. Vikings would probably have to recover an outside kick, and I'm just not too sure. Something like that could happen. Not gonna lie. Let me go ahead and update the divisional standings in accordance to the likely final outcome of this. Vikings will fall to 2-3 and drop to 3rd in the NFC North behind the Lions now as they move into 2nd at 2-2. In the AFC North, though, Browns remain in 3rd over the Ravens, just behind the Pittsburgh Steelers at 2-2. If they can hang on to victory here, Vikings on the return up to the 26-yard line. And we'll take a look now at the conference standings. Vikings at 2-3 will drop all the way down to a devastating 13th place in the conference. Hard to climb back from there. And we take a look at the Browns up here. They were 12th, and now the AFC being a little bit weaker, they will move up to 11th. Vikings are hoping for a miracle here, beginning with a check down. That's not going to cut it, quite frankly. Simply not going to get the job done. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Trying to navigate my Discord can be very tedious sometimes. Vikings, though, going to go no huddle for likely the rest of this one. McCarthy rolls right, sets and fires. Pass caught by Naylor. Could not get out of bounds, though. It is third down. And Night Knights might be beginning to flood around the chats. Is it Joe Over? Opening kickoff the Hall of Fame game. I actually didn't see it. Missed it because I was doing this. Final minute now of the fourth quarter. It is looking bleak if you're a Viking fan. Outside pass caught by Jefferson. A rare occurrence today. Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome have kept him under wraps. They've done well. Vikings are 2-3 after this, by the way. You are correct. It happens. Clock is stopped for the moment. 51 ticks to go in the fourth. Still no sack from Myles Garrett. That pass is the most counterintuitive thing I have ever witnessed. What up, Die Hard Fins fan? Sadly, stats reminder. Did you have Jefferson today? Is that why it's sad? I actually did not know you had him. Under 30 seconds to go now. Hawkinson is in press coverage with Denzel Ward as the pass goes up top and the Warden shuts him down. The Hall of Fame butt fumble? What? I did. How did I not hear of this occurrence? That's tragic. I wish I would have seen it. Unfortunate. 24 seconds to go now. From the 45 of Minnesota, here comes Myles Garrett. Outside pass caught by Jefferson. Couldn't get out of bounds. Final timeout taken. A 3-yard pickup there. Minutes took the dono from does? Oh, yeah. Well, guess what? He's going to learn the hard way that Madden NFL football is unkind and unfair. That's the way it goes. Vikings fans going to learn that first and foremost. 4th and 3, got to have it here for any lingering hopes of victory. McCarthy heaving this one down the field. A one-on-one knocked away by Ronnie Hickman. And the Browns will steal a game in London. Had to happen, did happen. Wow. What a game. What a game. And I think the Browns are a 2-point conversion away from being 3-2. Wow. Flacco on the deal down, and that is that. I have the Vikings, fan. I'm 0-2 in my pick'em, so hot or cold. Time is going to run out here for the Vikings as they fall to 2-3. The Browns improve to 2-3 with a 23-14 win overseas. Normal heartbreak I'm used to. So sorry, my friend, but that is going to do it. We'll take a look at the player statistics. I got to go back and retrieve the VOD, unfortunately, for this one, as there's the rushing stats. Nothing crazy there. Receiving, though, what a game for David Njoku, the quiet assassin. That deep ball really helped him out, but Jefferson 3 for 23. Oh, boy. Not good at all. Well, through thick and thin, through a near crash and a half on that first Addison touchdown. All the donations, all the gifted memberships. Much appreciate you guys sticking around to the very end. Hopefully you enjoyed. Drop a like on your way out if you haven't yet already. And see you guys tomorrow night for a doubleheader at 7 and 8:30.